Have you ever wondered why some guys, even the biggest players, always seem to attract the most amazing women? And why, no matter how hard you try, it feels like you're never getting what you really want? The answer lies in the attitudes they adopt and the rules they break. Today I'm going to show you how you can adopt these strategies to become irresistible and finally win over the women you desire. If you're tired of being the nice guy who never gets ahead, get ready for a complete transformation of your mindset. Let's dive in. 1. Bad boys. Believe they're the prize. You consider yourself a nice guy, right? Always available. You respond instantly. You like all her stories. You constantly shower her with compliments. Congratulations, you've just turned yourself into her needy little puppy. And guess what? She'll walk all over you like an old doormat. Do you want to be attractive? Put that woman on a pedestal and watch what happens. Spoiler alert, she'll lose interest fast. Women say they hate arrogance, but in practice, they're drawn to someone who values themselves more than they value her. First, let's dispel the illusion that always being kind and agreeable will get you anywhere. What you're really doing is putting yourself in a lower position. When you're always available, responding instantly, liking all her posts, and constantly complimenting her, you're basically screaming, "Please notice me, I'll do anything for you." That's not attractive. That's desperate. Women say they hate arrogant men, but in practice they're attracted to them. Why? Because those men value themselves. They're not desperate for attention, and they have an unshakable confidence that says, "I'm the prize here, not you," and that's irresistible. 2. Bad boys. Take risks. You're the kind of guy who always stays in the comfort zone, right? Afraid, always playing it safe. While you're there, the bad boy is ignoring her and flirting with someone better. And you? You're still stuck on the same girl who doesn't pay you any attention. Let's talk about risks. One of the biggest factors that separates men who have plenty of options from those who have none is how willing they are to take risks. Here's a story for you. Pedro is getting to know a girl on Instagram. He's already asked her out twice, and she said she had other plans. Pedro always responds to her as quickly as possible, likes all her stories, and expects the date to go well. One day, he tells this to his friend Paulo. Paulo advises Pedro to stop asking the girl out and to play it cool. Paulo was doing this with a girl who also hadn't accepted his invitation to go out. But Pedro, afraid, says that if he does that, she might lose interest in him completely. A week later, Paulo tells Pedro that the girl he cooled off on stopped talking to him altogether. Pedro says, "I told you so." But Paulo replies, "Relax, I'm now talking to an even better girl, and we're going out tomorrow. Plus, Anna, a girl I met months ago, came back looking for me." The conclusion: Paulo, with his self-value mentality and refusal to chase, takes the risk of losing the girl, but his mindset opens up possibilities for new options. Some girls even regret it later and come back to him. Meanwhile, Pedro is still wasting time on the same girl, playing the fool and not getting what he wants. 3. They are a challenge. You work so hard, bending over backward to please. Pathetic, isn't it? The bad boy. He barely makes an effort because he knows he has other options. You're the needy nice guy who needs her, and that bores her. She craves mystery, she wants a challenge, and you're just boring and predictable. Let's be real. Women like mystery, they like a challenge. And with your desperate need to please, you kill any chance of becoming interesting. When you try too hard, give too much attention, and make it obvious how much you're into her, you become an open book. There's nothing left to discover, nothing she has to work for. You've already handed yourself over on a silver platter, and honestly, that's not attractive. 4. Bad boys don't ask for permission. You know that bold guy who flirts with everyone? Yeah, he doesn't ask for permission to act. He just does. And you? Always insecure, waiting for a green light, so worried about not being too forward that you end up being irrelevant. Wake up, man. Act with confidence or keep being a nobody. What separates men who succeed with women from those who don't is attitude. The bad boy is known for being bold. He acts, he has attitude. He doesn't wait for permission to do something, he just does it. And that, my friend, makes all the difference. 5. They are intense. The bad boy provides intense emotions. You, with your insecurity, only offer boredom. Women want someone who makes them feel things, not a robot who barely knows what he wants. Be intense, live intensely, and maybe she'll look at you differently. Let's talk about intensity. The bad boy is intense in his actions, in his words, and in his presence. He knows how to provoke strong emotions in a woman, and that's extremely attractive. When you're insecure and hesitant, all you convey is boredom. The woman doesn't feel anything for you because you don't make her feel anything. And honestly, who wants to be with someone who doesn't provoke any emotion? 6. Bad boys are preselected. Look around you. The store full of customers always seems more attractive. The same goes for you. If no one wants you, why should she? The bad boy is always with someone, and that sparks interest from others. It's that simple. Let's talk about preselection. Imagine you went out to buy a car on a street. You see one dealership that's empty, with no customers. Across the street, there's another dealership with several customers interested in the cars. Which of the two will pique your curiosity and make you want to go inside? Logically, the second dealership, because the customers inside indicate that there's something good there. With women, it's similar. Preselection is one of the most powerful concepts in relationship psychology. Women are attracted to men who are already desired by other women. This is because, unconsciously, they perceive that a man who is desired must have qualities that are worth it. He's been tested and approved by others, and that increases his value. 7. Bad boys have self-love. This is basic. If you don't love yourself, no one else will. The bad boy prioritizes himself. He takes care of his body, his mind, and he doesn't bow down to anyone. You're living off scraps, begging for attention. Sad, isn't it? Start valuing yourself, and you'll see how the magic happens. Self-love is a simple characteristic, but it can change everything in a man's life. A dose of confidence combined with self-love exudes something seductive that magnetizes women. Don't confuse self-love with being an extreme narcissist. Listen, brother, you don't need to copy every stereotype of a bad boy to be attractive, nor do you need to live a promiscuous life. That will bring negative consequences for your life. What you need to understand is that the nice guy, in addition to not being attractive, is used and always ends up losing. 8. Bad boys don't complain. Are you the type of guy who complains about everything? Life is unfair. Women don't pay attention to me. Work sucks. That victim mentality of yours is a natural repellent. Nobody, absolutely nobody, wants to be around someone who only knows how to complain. Do you know what the bad boy does? He doesn't have time for that. He doesn't complain, suffer, or cry. He gets up and does what needs to be done. While you're standing there lamenting and waiting for the world to give you some attention, the bad boy has already moved past all that. 9. They know how to say no. How many times have you said yes when you really wanted to say no? You keep giving in to others' wishes, especially women's, hoping that it'll make you seem more attractive or likable. But do you know what that really shows? That you have no standards, that you're easily manipulated, and that you don't value your own time and energy. The bad boy, on the other hand, knows the power of saying no, and he uses it to his advantage. Saying no is not about being rude or selfish. It's about setting boundaries. When you're always available and say yes to everything, you become predictable and boring. People, especially women, lose respect for you. They know they can easily control you, and nobody is attracted to someone who's a pushover. That's it for today. Check out these 2 videos I've left for you to keep learning. See you next time.